the momentum rolling. Will Ferrara here around Ring of Honor for the past couple of years, but really grew into his own the past couple of months as part of that top prospect tournament 2015. Will Ferrara has earned respect and earned opportunity. The last real man of Ring of Honor is back, and he's pissed off, Dombrowski. Not much has changed in the 7-month absence. The last real man in pro wrestling, and a Milwaukee, Wisconsin native. Now, of course, they're referring to the last time that Silas Young was in his hometown, right here at Turner Hall. He called the Milwaukee people average, and they still love him. And we got a couple of Milwaukee guys on the show tonight. We do, and certainly two contrasting personalities, I would say. Oh, and smells. I hope we don't smell them from up here. I hope not. And we're talking about the Beer City Bruiser. We're not talking about Silas Young. Let's make that be known in case he sees this. Silas Young looking very quick. Talking about that great contingent of Ring of Honor fans here in Milwaukee. Want to send a special shout out to Paul Fitch and all of his great work here in the local television markets. Will with a roll-up for two, of course, CW18, My24, great outlets for Ring of Honor wrestling here in the Milwaukee area. We thank you all for supporting us and welcoming us with open arms here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Absolutely. I spent a lot of time here in Milwaukee. My buddy Frankie DeFalco lives here. And we're always watching My24, CW18. And I'm not just saying that. I also like Baseball Network. Those are my two stations when I come here to Milwaukee. Look at the last real man. Not letting the people affect him. He didn't even get a smile out of this guy. You think he smiles? Maybe only when he's inflicting misery onto others. He does that all the time. I don't see him smile. That's true. Quick pace, it's advantage for Ferrara. Ferrara also doing his homework on Silas. And Ferrara, talking about the Beer City Bruiser, Will Ferrara beat the Bruiser and also beat Jay Diesel of the House of Truth. Diesel's not from Milwaukee. No, he's not. Were you going for a Milwaukee connection? No, I was talking about Will Ferrara in the top prospect tournament. All right. He beat both men before falling to Donovan Dijak. I know how your mind works. Do you? Yeah, you're like into conspiracies. I'm still working on you. You would have thought it was a Milwaukee thing, but I get it, top prospect. Donovan Dijak, of course, the victor there, but Will Ferrara, all the heart and fight you could hope for. Even though he didn't lose, Ferrara, or even though he didn't win, I should say, Ferrara put himself on the map with that performance. Oh, absolutely. A future star was made that night. And the future could become the present for Ferrara, but tough to do this evening, as even though Silas detests everyone around him, Silas is definitively the home team. He's a miserable person. Hell of a wrestler, though. Silas torn ACL, torn meniscus. And a lot of experts wondered how bad the timing was for that. Seemed to be on a big roll. It's going to be very curious to see how he moves. Will it be affecting him? You can see the brace on there. What a lot of wrestlers now call the Stone Cold brace. And Will Ferrara not used to this kind of reaction.
trying to fight through it.
Well, he is from New York. A lot of people don't like New York. You being one of them.
I love New York. We were last together in New York.
Hey man, I can't remember all my dates.
Silas to the outside. Ferrara with a great low bridge. And Will capitalize. We've seen Will do some explosive things. To the outside. Over. Oh! Silas grabs onto the guardrail, and Ferrara spirals to that unprotected wood floor back of the head first. And that was high risk that did not pay off. Ferrara loves to
That's
go caution
exactly
for the
what I
win.
was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Sorry. It's all right.
It was true, though. Did it have any consequences?
You just thought quicker than I did. No harm.
Silas actually surprised a lot of doctors, medical experts, when he came back in just 7 months. Original prognosis had about a year or more before he'd been cleared, but Silas clearly motivated by his hatred, his detestation of the rest of the world, wanted to come back and hurt people some more.
Kevin Kelly with this one. Back to the match here.
Silas into the cover.
I'm sensitive. I'm sorry.
No, you are.
Ferrara puts up a great fight, though. And we're getting to see, you can see Silas moving quickly, but cautiously.
And I'll tell you what, I think the 2015 Top Prospect Tournament, probably the deepest field we've seen here in Ring of Honor.
Oh, absolutely.
Anybody could have won it, from the Bruiser to Jay Diesel, Ashley Six, what about Dalton Castle?
Jake Durden, how about Dalton Castle? What an enigma.
Ferrara trying to fight to his feet. Silas just relentless. We gotta wonder if Silas will be able to pull off that PG Waja plunge he used to put away a lot of opponents. Pinned Kevin Steen with that maneuver shortly before his injury, and what at the time was considered his biggest singles victory.
It was considered his biggest singles victory to everybody but him. He said he was just starting.
And certainly one must wonder where Silas would be today, not for that 7 months on the show.
He'd probably be booked tonight.
I didn't mean physically, geographically. I meant like his career advancement.
All right.
Thank you for chiming in.
Look at these people don't give a crap about you.
Silas wearing away with a chin lock.
Silas working his match.
As Gorilla Monsoon would say, that's where the ramus of the mandible articulates with the mandibular fossa of the temporal bone.
All day.
So with me, Steve?
How did you just say?
Wow. My point is he's wearing Will Ferrara down. I noticed Silas's body weight is over top of Ferrara's, making it that much harder for Ferrara to get to a vertical base.
Right, and the lights are hot. You know he's nervous. Gory out of the way.
But can Ferrara string enough together to change the momentum? Great roll through. Silas,
Looks like he is.
his momentum works against him. This may be ill-advised. If I recall correctly, he tried the same thing with the Bruiser to similar results.
He thinks he's stronger than he is, and he is very strong, but compact.
I admire the courageousness, the no limits attitude, but man, you gotta have a little bit of reality.
Oh, he played possum a little bit.
Nicely done.
Sucker boat.
Ferrara was able to get the leverage that time around, and Ferrara, notice him, try to will himself, try to psych himself up. It's time to dig down deep, do or die for young Will Ferrara. Inside cradle, could have it no.
It's always interesting when the yay boo goes not the way you thought it would.
And again, these are, in Silas's words, very average fans pulling for it.
Oh, Milwaukee is an average town. Nice. Axe bomber variation of the lariat there.
If you mean average as in working class, I may
Yeah,
be
what were
inclined
you
to-
saying?
Well, that's not what Silas
Brother,
meant.
I'm like Mr. Milwaukee.
Silas
Remember
out of the
Mr.
way.
3000? I'm like the Mr. 3000 of Milwaukee.
You're more like the Mystery Science Theater 3000 in Milwaukee. Hey, you. Oh, Will, that beautiful tornado DDT gets so much torque on it. Could this do it? Big win, no. Would you call this an upset if Will Ferrara wins? You have to in Milwaukee.
Oh, definitely an upset, you know, because he's the visitor. Hometown advantage definitely to Silas Young. But I wonder if, like, the crowd reaction is a factor for Will Ferrara. He's usually very popular with the fans. And they're not having anything for him right now.
That could have a psychological effect, especially when you're so young and especially when you feed off of that crowd for energy.
Right, like at the beginning of the show when they were booing you and cheering me.
Sure.
I had to get your enthusiasm back
This is
up.
my first time in Milwaukee. I like these people, though.
Your dad, KK, is going to love that story.
Why do you think his name is?
From Pittsburgh, right?
Silas has that fireman's carry again. Great roll.
Wow! I think we got our answer.
Oh, no! No time for the plunge roll-up. Oh, beautiful roll-up by Ferrara, driving with the legs. Had Silas stacked up on his shoulders, but just not enough. You gotta wonder, Ferrara. Oh, wait a second.
Code red!
Sonic boom!
Oh!
Near fall.
Did I call it wrong? The hell did I call it?
You called it code red. That was somebody else. I wasn't gonna say anything.
No.
Sonic boom. Sonic boom.
I'm
Ever
ready
play
to
video
try.
games?
No. What are they saying?
I believe they're referring to Will Ferrara as a cream puff. And Silas looking to prove that, but easier said than done.
What a great match, though, huh?
Oh yeah, big opportunity for both these men.
Wow!
And it's Silas with the advantage for a moment.
And you notice the backbreaker was on the knee.
Another near fall.
The backbreaker was applied to the surgically repaired knee at Silas Young, and he looks okay. He's not favoring it.
Taking a moment respite, but so much on the line. Silas was getting Ring of Honor World title shots before his injury. Ferrara, a hair away from earning a Ring of Honor World television title shot in that top prospect tournament. Major championship rankings on the line. Wins and losses matter here in Ring of Honor.
This is a fight of Ferrara, though.
This kid will never quit. A third time in the fireman's carry. But again, Silas does not come up with what he needs.
Backslide. Oh.
And that's going to do it. Will Ferrara wins.
Brian Corey now the most hated man in America.
Hey, Silas Young got caught. Silas
He
Young
did.
took a risk. He got caught.
You cannot dig in kick.